All right. Well, I think I'll have a few people share their testimonials because it's just so fun hearing every day. Last night I heard a new one. I mean, just every day people sharing with me what it's done for them. So one thing I do want to mention is we are not making any medical claims here. Every person that's sharing this evening is just sharing their own testimonial of what Calibr8 has done for them. We're not saying that it's going to cure anything. And so we're just here sharing how the product is working for all of us. So who's next?
I'll just share one of the experiences I've had taking Calibr8. In February, I had some serious digestive tract issues and pains in my side. And so I had an endoscopy and colonoscopy. And when I got the photos back, it showed that my digestive system was really inflamed. The pictures looked really raw. Anyway, the pain didn't subside. Started taking Calibr8 in April, and now the pain is gone. It gradually diminished, and I attribute it to starting on Calibr8. And the pain's all gone, like I said, and my energy level has increased dramatically, and I'm more focused. So I'll keep calibrating with Calibr8. It's working fantastic.
Hi. Yes. Before I started Calibr8, I am out of shape, and I had gone for a walk. And on this particular walk, I had to stop at least 3 or 4 times to catch my breath, and before I could continue. And that was a real struggle for me, and I felt so sore that day and the next day. And Calibr8. I started about like on a Thursday, but that Monday, I felt like the energy level increased tremendously for me, and I even got so much energy that I started walking, and I'm walking 3 miles a day now, Monday through Friday. But what I noticed when I first started walking was, even though I was breathing heavier as I was walking, I didn't have to stop and rest and catch my breath during my walk. And also when I got back from my walk, I wasn't sore. That was like incredible to me. I couldn't understand why I wasn't sore. And I haven't been sore since I've been walking. I also noticed that I sleep better. I sleep more soundly. And I also haven't had my allergies. I do have allergies, and they haven't affected me since I've been on Calibr8. So I'm feeling really good with it, really happy with it.
Thank you. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Who's next? How about, I think I heard Deborah Cummings. Deborah?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. Great call so far. I love all the testimonies. I have just seen incredible amount of energy, and I work from 6:30 to 4 every single day, so I'm up quite early, so I try to go to bed by 9 and read a little bit, but I'm usually exhausted by 5 or 6, so I don't go out much. And what I noticed with Calibr8 was I was hanging out a lot later. I actually had a phone call one night when I was at dinner, and a girl texted me and said, "Hey, can you talk? I know it's late. Are you asleep already?" And I'm like, "No, I'm at dinner." And I noticed it was 9:15 at night, and I was like, wow, like I didn't feel tired yet. I wasn't ready to go to bed. And that was so abnormal for me because I was usually in bed between 8:30 and 9, and I'm sleeping really well. It's just crazy, and it's not an energy where, like when you go to Starbucks and you have a burst of caffeine and you're kind of shaky and unfocused and a little scattered, and then you hit the low. It's just like this even energy that you don't really even notice. You just keep going, and it's just incredible. It's so weird for me, but I just love it. I will drink it forever and pay whatever it costs because I have so many extra hours in the day. I don't know what to do with myself because I'm kind of bored now because I have all these like extra hours to go.
Good for you. Well, that's great.
Awesome. Yeah,
thank you for sharing. Thank you. All right. I believe is Sybil on the call.
Okay. Now can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. There you are.
I had on my phone, so that didn't work. But anyways, well, I'll give the kids' testimonial. My name's Sybil, and I've actually spoken once before. I've known Robin and Diana for a long time and couldn't wait to get this so I could try it on my son, well, my daughter too, but I am actually a nurse. I'm an ER nurse, have been for 18 years. And we started as soon as it was ready. My son has Asperger's, fairly severe to the point where he has been in a special education classroom for 3.5 years now. And a locked classroom because he would run when he gets very anxious. So that's where I've noticed the biggest thing. My daughter they both have ADHD, which frankly, in all of my nursing experience, I see that more kids have it, and I could tell y'all what I think about that. But with all the chemicals and everything, we've tried everything. And with my son, we tried neurofeedback, and it made a huge difference. But since we've been on Calibr8, he's actually, my boyfriend and I have 4 kids together. He is the best behaved out of all of them at this point. And now everyone is taking it, where we just started because I had a limited budget at the time. So I started with Tanner, then I added my daughter, and I was taking it. And now all 6 of us are taking it. And the biggest thing I can say, well, number one, we went away this weekend with all 6 of us. And not one single person, there was no, he touched me, she cut me in line, I don't want to eat that. Like, not a single negative anything. Everyone kept it together. We went to Universal Studios. There was no anything. It was crazy. We were talking on the way home, my boyfriend and I, going, are we crazy? Or is it crazy? Or I don't know what's going on. But the biggest testimony I have now is my son has been out of school for a month. He started summer school yesterday, and the teacher that he has had him for 3 years. So she's seen him in his violent tantrums. She's seen him run multiple times, and she literally told me when I picked him up yesterday, sorry, I haven't cried yet until I have to tell people, but she looked right at me and she said, whatever you were doing, I want it, and we need to put everybody on it because we didn't even recognize him today. Like, he was just so calm. He was so just sat in his chair, and that to me is huge because it's not, she's seen him at his worst, and it's not family. So that meant a lot to me. So anyway, she's already ordered it, and she was just floored by it. So, and on my aspect as a nurse, I have just noticed when I was talking to someone today about it that I don't take Motrin 20 times a day anymore, or Tylenol, and I have chronic back and neck pain from 18 years of pulling people and pushing gurneys and everything else. So that was huge to me, which I hadn't really focused on. And energy is crazy. I've been home since 6. We had some practice, and since you guys have been on the call, I have done a load of laundry, started dinner, made Rice Krispie treats, and swept my floor while I was listening. So that was like when I was 20. That hasn't happened recently. So anyways, I could write a book on it, but for those of us who know, that's the kids aspect. It's absolutely amazing, and I can't even say enough.
Oh, thank you. It's heart-wrenching. Sybil, thanks for sharing. Oh, that's fantastic. So, well, Matt, are you there? Matt Dawson.
Yep, I'm here.
Why don't you share with us?
You bet. Well, I have had sciatica for, I think, about 17 years, and I'm 47, so for the last 17 years, for quite a few of those years, it was just plain agony. And then I started finding out about nutrition and all these things, and saw a genius chiropractor and stuff like that, but it was still always there. And since getting on Calibr8, I think the day after I started, I had a little wince of pain. And so I doubled up that day, and since then, I think it's been a month or close to it, I have been completely pain-free. And it's just, if you've lived life in pain for a long time, it's pretty amazing to just be pain-free. And and I do believe that I'm thinking more clearly as well, and I just feel great. So that's my story.
And yes.
Thanks.
Diana
So
King, and Calibr8's just changing my household. It's pretty awesome. I am 42 years old, and I swear it was the day I turned 40, I felt like a truck hit me. But somewhere around there, I noticed that just really fatigued. And so about a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with some thyroid issues, and I'm not making any medical claims. I'm just stating what Calibr8's done for me. So even on my thyroid medication, I still was fatigued. I really needed to lay down every day in the afternoon. Not that I could always do that, but that's what I wanted to do. Since being on Calibr8, it took about 3 days of me being on the product, and I'm loading my body with it because of my thyroid issue. So I was doing 2 scoops in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, and on the third day, I just felt vivacious again. My husband was like, "You look awake," and I'm not needing to lay down in the afternoon. It just feels great to be awake. I stopped taking my thyroid medicine. It kind of all happened accidentally, but basically the day I started Calibr8, my thyroid medicine ran out, and by the time the pharmacy had called me to say it was ready for pickup, I had already started feeling so great. So I thought, why bother? And it's just been such a blessing to have energy again, and aches, pains, everything, just all the way around. It just is feeling great. And my daughter, who is 8, she just has always had little issues here and there, and one of the things was focus, and another was going to the restroom, and just real emotional child. And all of that has just come together. She's using the restroom daily, so her stomach no longer hurts her. So she's eating better. Her focus is better. Her ligaments don't hurt her like they used to. And it's pretty wild. We ran out of the kids' formula 2 days ago, and today when I picked her up at a friend's house, I said, "I have good news." She goes, "What?" And I said, "Calibr8 came in." And she goes, "Yes." I mean, what other 8-year-old says that about a drink, you know? But she knows that it's making her feel good, and she's enjoying that. She's really enjoying feeling good consistently. And my son had chronic asthma since he was 6 months old, very sick all the time. We found a great product that really helped his health. It helped strengthen his immune system, and it really did help his asthma. But since being on Calibr8, it's even a bigger difference. And I didn't think there would be able to be a bigger difference, but there is. He says his lungs, they just don't feel heavy anymore. He can go on the trampoline now and not have an asthma attack. Last week he was playing hide and seek in the house, and they were going in the garage. It was probably 100 degrees, and first thing I said is, "Come here, oh my gosh, are you having asthma? Do I need to, do you need your inhalers?" And he goes, "No, I'm fine." And I just stepped back, and I was like, "Wow, thank you. That is just awesome." So it's just been really great for us. It feels good to not feel like I'm just trying to get through the day, but I actually feel like I have control through the day to do what I'm supposed to do as a mom and a wife and a friend. So thank you so much to Chris and Robin for founding Clarity and developing Calibr8.
I'm going to ask Michelle if she can *6 her phone and come out and share what the product's done for her daughter and her family. Michelle, are you there?
I am, yes.
Thanks. So take it away.
Oh, okay. Well, my daughter, probably since the age of 2, she's always had asthma. Has always been in and out of the hospital. Just kind of a sick child with different things. Last summer, she started. Last summer, it actually started getting really bad, where she would play. She's 10 years old. Her birthday was actually yesterday. She just turned 11, and she would play one day, and the next day she was very exhausted and would just sleep. and she was running all these, she was doing all sorts of genetic testing and different things, but so it was just like it was a pretty bad 6 months. And then in January, she started complaining of her stomach. She wasn't eating. I'd almost have to beg her, please eat. We've been to the doctor. She got diagnosed failure to thrive. She was in so much pain. She was going to school about once. She'd go to school about once a week. Just really, I don't know. It was really, really bad. And I got invited to come to listen to, talk about the Calibr8 products, and I tried it. And within 3 days, I really noticed the difference in her. She had a lot more. She didn't have any more down days, because we would just call them down days. Like, she would do something one day and the next day she was totally wiped out. She would have to sleep all day. Since she's been taking that product, she hasn't had those days anymore. As well as probably within about 2.5 weeks, she stopped complaining of stomach aches. And her stomach, we were going to talk. We were seen by all the specialists, dietitians, GI doctors, asthma doctors, doing all sorts of tests, all sorts of medications. She was probably on about 6 different medications. And it was heartbreaking because it just kept making her sicker and sicker, all the medications she was taking. And she would, she wasn't, like I said, she wasn't going to school about 1 day a week. And she would sleep actually at my husband's in my bed. I just have to rub her back or her tummy. She'd cry herself to sleep every night. And I don't know, after taking this product, like I said, for about 2.5 weeks, her stomach started feeling better. She started complaining less. And then she actually is now sleeping in her own bed, which is wonderful. She goes straight to her own bed to sleep now.
Oh.
So that's kind of our story.
And have you been able to decrease some of her medications?
Oh, yeah. She is off of all of her stomach medications.
Oh, wow.
I'm still giving her asthma medications, and I'm looking at maybe decreasing those. But for now, she's off of all of her tummy medications. She has no stomach aches.
Oh, my gosh, that's fantastic. Yeah. And her energy, is that back up to normal, or she's still missing school? Or?
It's perfect. She's like a normal kid. She plays every day. She has had, I think she's had one down day. I think she was catching a cold, though, that her brother had. So I don't know if that really counts. But no, she's had no bad days. She goes from one thing. Actually, she's wearing me out now. She is just so active. She goes over to her friend's house. She's kids that age, they like spending the night at friends' houses. But she was never able to because she just didn't feel comfortable being so sick. She's actually gone to a friend's house now and spent the night, and she's just asking to do all the things that, I guess normal kids ask to do.
Oh, my gosh. That's so awesome. Oh, thank you.
It's been life-changing in our house because we just centered everything around her and her needs. And I kept having, to get off of work to take her off to all these doctor's appointments. And it's been a miracle, truly, here at our house. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time and sharing with us. That's so exciting. And makes me feel so good. So that should make everybody want to get on the product.
I know. It was truly amazing. Like I said, she's so happy. She's this happy girl now. She's doing all the things she wants to do.
And she's how old again?
She just turned 11. Yesterday was her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing.